Okay, so I first want to start out by saying I feel kind of bad. I forgot about this oil filter that I was supposed to cut open for this gentleman. He sent it to me packaged up perfectly, Mobil oil filter, and he asked me if I would do a review of what I see in the oil filter, and then he sent me some information. Okay, here we go. It says info right here. Vehicle: 2016 Subaru Outback, 2.5 liter, approximately 116,000 miles. So far, only typical maintenance has been done and no major repairs to the vehicle. Oil used was Mobil 1 high mileage extended performance. 1 additional quart of oil was added during approximately 15,200 miles before the oil change, with a quart of Marvel mystery oil added the last 6,000 miles. Mobil 1 has been used since the 1 year of free oil changes were over in 2017. Once we moved from Ohio to Florida and I started long commutes in 2018, it has had the annual or extended performance used oil changes every 15,000 miles. So this is every 15,000 miles in this Subaru about the oil has been changed. And usually the Mobil 1 extended performance filters, but the Wix has picked due to normal ones being out of stock. Typical driving was to work, which is mostly freeway at 85 miles an hour for 46 miles to work. Return was only 36 miles due to taking empty back roads that are 65 miles per hour to avoid traffic, and 6 miles of that is dirt roads. Next change, I will remove the Fumoto valve and take some images with my snake camera for you. I attempted through the fill and also filter, and they looked okay, but you can't get very far to see much. So let's look at this oil filter that has been changed for 116,000 miles, every 15,000 miles, only using Mobil high mileage extended performance or annual protection. I think it had annual or the extended performance used, and oil changes every 15,000 miles. So without further ado, let's get started. Somebody sent me a message that said that they had called Mobil. Who was it? There's a message on one of my oil filter videos recently. I wanted to dig into it, and I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody was recently saying that, hey, I did some research because I was on a forum and there was a bunch of guys talking, and they said the Mobil filters are no longer made by Mobil anymore, or whoever was making them before, that Purelator is actually the ones that make them now. If any of you can confirm that, that would help. I'm going to be making a call tomorrow to see who makes the factory Ford filters as well. So this is a Wix XP filter that's inside here. Let me get a towel to put down real quick. Okay, a nice piece of pig mat that I have out here laying by my engine that I'm disassembling right now. And just like the gentleman said, the only time that they put Wix on it is when they couldn't find something else. As you can see, the filter is very sandy and looks quite rough on the outside because, as the gentleman did say, 46 miles and then 30 some miles back, with 6 miles being dirt roads. There's the evidence of the sand or dirt or whatever you want to call it. So we have ourselves a Wix XP filter that we're going to be digging into, and some of you guys love Wix XP or Wix. This is their, what would you call it, synthetic line or higher line, the same type of filter that a lot of people say is on the AMSOIL one, or that AMSOIL supplies. This is a billet oil filter tool that I use, bearings on the end, cutting device here. You can see the thin blade that is changeable. I have cut hundreds of filters open with this thing and never changed the blade one time. Still cuts absolutely fabulous. I bought it for like 80 bucks on Amazon. I give it a turn, starting to cut already. Oh, got some oil coming out. Let's see what we got going on here. Smells a little bit like fuel, but not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. It is set up with that valve that I tell you guys about, that I see in the Ford factory filters, the Fomoco filters. The valve is set up the same exact way. It's got the bypass in the top instead of the bottom. This is a by far more superior technology than the leaf spring in the bottom. It's set up just like the Motorcraft filters. That's why I always suspected that. I don't think, a lot of people saying Champ Labs is the one that makes the Ford Motor Company filters that come on the engine, the plain white or plain black ones. And I keep telling them all the time, I understand you guys back in the day know that Champ Labs made the factory filters for Ford, but the factory filters are set up just like what comes in the Wix filters. I mean, I don't know. And here we go. See what we got going on here. Very strong filter. Spring in the bottom. It feels a little gritty to me. Let me strain some of this out. I need a bucket, and I'm going to put some more pig mat in it. Alright. Let's see here what we got going on. Super clean. No debris, no chunks, no nothing in the bottom of it. Letting this oil soak in real slow down here. In the meantime, yeah, this filter looks great. There's no chunks in it, there's no metal pieces in it. It's absolutely perfect, to be honest with you. No carbon chunks. Okay. Let's let this oil finish seeping through here. And then we'll get a light on this. Alright, let me get a light real quick, and then we'll go over this with a light. I'm not seeing anything here. No shiny particles, no... nothing. There's one little metal speck. Thought I saw it. But that's just one little tiny one. There ain't nothing. And then there's one right over here. Right there. But that ain't nothing though. You're gonna have that with any engine. I would say this is a very healthy, very clean engine. So whatever you're doing, even though I don't like 15,000 mile oil changes, I don't want to tell you to stop. Do whatever it is that you're doing. This is clean too, very clean. A little bit of a fuel smell, but not bad at all. All right, well, I mean, I hope this helps somewhat. There's not very much to it other than just to break it open, review it, look at it. I don't see any metal particles on here either. Well, I'd say you're doing all right for yourself. I can't say that I am okay with the 15,000 mile oil changes, but do whatever you feel like you need to do. This looks absolutely phenomenal. I don't condone the 15,000 mile oil changes, but it is what it is. You have an outstanding looking filter here. So, with that being said, I hope this helps. Be blessed.